guys, welcome back to Gypsyfae Creations. Today's soap making video is part of the soap challenge video. I recently signed up for a new subscription box called Fandom of the Month Club, and last month's box was based on the TV series called Merlin. So today's soap is going to be a themed Merlin soap. Let's get started. Merlin soap. I've got the oils that have been melted down and left at room temperature as usual with the lye water sodium lactate solution. First step is to combine the two. Take handy dandy kitchen vibrator, pour in lye solution, give it a whirl and get it to a light trace. There we go. Light trace achieved. Set that to the side. And I've been slacking with this soap, not intentionally, but because I put a lot of thought into it. I put a lot of thought into what I wanted to look like, what I wanted to smell like, the embeds, everything. So it took me a long time to actually come up with how the soap should look. So that is why it has taken me like a whole month, if not more, to get the soap together. So Merlin is a TV series about a young Merlin and King Arthur. And in the series, he wears an outfit, at least in the first season, because I'll be honest, I've only ever seen the first season, that is red, blue, and kind of like a brown jacket. So that's what's helping me decide on the colors here. I've got some sky blue mica in here, and I'm going to use some red vibrants. He wears like a red scarf, oh, hold on, and a blue shirt. Let's split this because, you know, I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. Into two. I'm going to just make the base of the soap two colors, the red and the blue. And add red into this bucket. And I thought these were very like royalty looking colors. That's why I chose them as well. So we're going to go incorporate this into the oils with a good whirl. You always want to incorporate your colors if you're using mica in with a stick blender because that's going to make it look the brightest and the boldest. And then red, now we'll do the blue. And we'll set that to the side. And then the fragrance I'm using today is called Merlin's Forest. Like I said, I put a lot of thought into this, and I actually Googled a Merlin type fragrance, and gee golly, this came up. So it was like it was meant to be. Going to split that into the batch here. I am using 2 ounces of it. They just come in 1 ounce bottles. We're just going to use a spatula to scrape down the sides and stir in the fragrance. If you guys have not seen this show, it is on Netflix. I think I'm going to eventually start watching it again. I'm going to start season 2. I got a new exercise bike, and I thought it'd be really cool to just put an episode of that on while on the exercise bike. You know, it's a good way to binge watch, and that's what Netflix is for. And when you're so behind on a TV series, I got lots of catching up on. This is a different take on the story of Merlin and King Arthur. It's kind of, it doesn't go with the traditional story, but you still get the point. It's still about magic. It's kind of a drama, kind of a teen series, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still my kind of story. I really like the medieval Renaissance type period, even though it's not accurate, but it is kind of a fairy tale, folklore story in the medieval times. And I'm saying that because the Maryland Renaissance Festival has started this weekend, and I'm not there. But I am making this soap. What I'm going to do is pour them into the mold. I'm just kind of alternating them. We'll do the red and the blue into each other. I don't know if I like this fragrance. It looks like it's ricing, so maybe I put too much thought into it. It smells really good. I'll have to describe the scent to you in a minute. I don't think it's going to behave very well in cold process though. It's so bad. Alright, so the fragrance anyway, what the notes are, because like I said, it's a very, very nice scent. Fragrance opens with green cedar spice mellowed by sultry powdered amber. Wild briar rose entwined with zesty bergamot makes a grand first impression. As you stroll through the mystical pine-free forest, you gradually become enveloped in a mellow oriental mist. It is very powdery smelling, it's very incensey smelling, unisex in my opinion. Reminds me of, Merlin, the forest and magical kingdom and incensey weird wizard, right? Alright, so I've got that all poured in here, scraped down all my bowls, and I'm going to just spray it with the isopropyl alcohol. Let's give it a little tap first, and then spray with the isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to get my topping together. I'm not really doing any piping on this one because I thought if it was unisex, guys don't really care too much about the piping. I do want to put a layer of gold on top, and then I will show you the embeds that I made that I put a lot of work in, and I never want to do it again, but I am really happy with them. So give me a moment to do that. So the top is just a basic soap recipe that I let sit, and put some Maya Gold Mica from Nurture Soap in there, spray the top of my loaf here, and I'm just going to use the old-fashioned method of a spoon and kind of shape it with a spoon. This fragrance does have vanilla in it, and I'm hoping that it doesn't turn it awfully brown. I did put some vanilla color stabilizer in the top of it anyway, hoping that the gold stays gold. Fingers crossed. Fill in all the gaps here, and then I'll start making designs with the spoon. So I mentioned earlier that this time of the year is when the Ren Fest opens, the Maryland Renaissance Festival. One of the reasons why fall is my favorite time of the year is not just because of the season, but because I love the Ren Fest. I go, I dress up, I love the food, I love the shows. This kind of reminds me of the Ren Fest because it is about, dragons and wizards and swords and stuff like that. So I did have a lot of fun designing this soap. It did take me longer than usual, and I'm about to show you why when I show you the embeds that I made. They're pretty crazy. If you guys have not gone to a Maryland Renaissance Festival, or just any, if your state has a Renaissance Festival, I suggest you go because you're missing out. I dress up, and I suggest that everyone else should dress up too, because that's just how you get into the spirit of things. You should dress up, you should have fun, you should eat all the food. I love the turkey legs. I hate turkey, but I like turkey legs. The ciders they have are really good. You can get a bee sting. What else? Brad, what else is good at the Ren Fest?
Boobs.
Boobs? Well, that's nice.
Lots of boobs.
You do see lots of boobs there. Everyone wears like corsets. And yep, boobs show. Besides that, I love the shows. Your favorite show, Bradley? You don't know? Well, Johnny Fox is really good. He's been there for, I don't know, 30 years, if not more. He's going to be there this year. He actually just got done battling cancer, and we really did not think he was going to be there at the show, to do a show this year, but he is. He beat it, and he's going to be there, like, doing a type of show. He usually does sword swallowing, and he won't be doing that this time, which is fun. I'm just happy to have him there because the Ren Fest is not Ren Fest without Johnny Fox. They do a lot of tightrope walking and sword fighting and jousting. All right, you see I'm making a mess with this soap, right? I don't want it to look like cheese. Okay, mess. So I made these little shields out of soap dough. All of this is made out of soap dough. Little dragons on it and some Excaliburs. And I'm kind of going for the sword and stone type look here. And hoping that, there we go. The soap on the bottom isn't too hard, that I can actually put the soap in. And then I'm going to stick the shield kind of next to it. And I'm going to top this off with some just gold mica here. Make it shimmery gold on top because I thought glitter would probably not be good if a guy wanted it, but you never know. Final step is to spray it with the isopropyl alcohol and then let it sit. And I'll come back tomorrow and we will see what the inside of it looks like. So I'm back here with the Sword in the Stone soap that has been sitting for a very long time. I want to say it's probably been sitting for a week. I'm not happy with the color. As you see, I have a very brown bar of soap. And that is what happens when you use fragrances that have a lot of vanilla content in it. So this is going to be a little different than what I imagined. The total top didn't turn brown because I did put the vanilla stabilizer in that. But everything else is pretty dark. Which, who knows, it might just add to the character of it. Not as vibrant as I like, and I'm sure it will continue to turn even more brown. That's fine. Totally fine with that. It still smells really good. I don't think I would ever use this fragrance again, even though it smells so good, guys. I'm in love with the scent of it. I just can't imagine how to design a soap around it that isn't brown. And to me, Merlin's Forest isn't really a brown soap. But it still turned out. I'm still really happy with the soap embeds that I made out of the soap dough. Here's the back of it. The design turned out really well. It's just a little brown. Still cute. It's still kind of manly as well. If a guy wanted this, I think it is more masculine anyway. So, there you have it, my Merlin series Fandom of the Month Club inspired soap. It's a mouthful. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And until next time, smell you later. Welcome back to Gypsyfae Creations. Today's soap making video is what? I'm sorry.
Just start making it. Ready? Action!